a new Nigeria in the fact that no matter how much they might try to traumatize our sense of freedom, we are free. You will not understand freedom as a citizen of a nation like Nigeria until you would come face to face with people who have known what not having freedom. And I'm not talking about freedom, I'm talking about freedom in broad terms. The freedom for creativity, the freedom to dream, the freedom to generate ideas, the freedom to be you. That freedom must not be taken for granted. I see a new Nigeria in the fact that the people who have woken up fastest on the continent of Africa to the economy of knowledge, Nigerians. Compared to the rest of Africa, Nigerians and the maximization of every tool of knowledge that has been created is incredible. When the word is spoken that knowledge is power, show me Nigerians who have accessed knowledge cheaply provided. I have a young son, Iboage, young child, probably in his early 20s, maybe 23, 24. Went to school here in Nigeria, went over to Canada, and he's running this incredible platform, Virtual Knowledge, where all think of them, the Ivy League universities. My young man has everything you can imagine, working with them and with universities in China. He's a young Nigerian. I see a new Nigeria. He has no time for your oil economy. If oil lights, let it become $3 tomorrow. Intellectual capital of E has taken him to places that many of those who have hungrily consumed the proceeds of oil will never enter. That's my new Nigeria. I see a new Nigeria in Ifi Anyebo, a young Nigerian. She's a PhD candidate, probably defending her thesis very soon. She's part of a global team finding the best, the most recent knowledge in the sciences on tropical diseases, especially malaria. Did she get there because her father was the minister of oil? No. She got there by virtue of her intellectual capital. I see a new Nigeria in Aisha Oso, a young woman who so is passionate about the power of women to make things happen. When you read her column, or you read the column of Hassanatu Misawa in the dailies, and you see the thought leaders, that's the new Nigeria. I don't see them needing to be validated by virtue of the quality of shoe that they wear. I see a new Nigeria in Shehu Onigbinde. A young man who could have stayed on in the banking sector and earned some really, I hear they pay you people some really good money there in the banking sector. He could have stayed on. He had a great job. But passion of the kind that made you gather us here today made this young man to leave the comfort of that home and to take the risk of saying, I want to do a project that would enable the average citizen understand the use of public resources. And so he used technology as a platform to explain public finance. If you don't follow budget in NG, you're wasting your time. If you're interested in governance, it is governance made easy. I see a new Nigeria in you, my young man. I see a new Nigeria in people like Mehdi, Ekeke, or something like that. I see them. They're on Twitter every day. I see them. I see them with their blogs. I see them questioning. Oh, I see a new Nigeria in Henry Okemwe, who when the National Assembly said to me, if cost of governance is high because we are spending only 3% of the total budget, what did you earn when you were in government? And a young man on Twitter said, indeed, what did you earn? I see a new Nigerian in him. He asked me. Many did not, but he did. He said, if I should know what you earned, then perhaps I would have the confidence and boldness to be able to also join in demanding accountability. So I said to him, my young man, I don't know how it changed, because some of the millions I hear now, I didn't get it. I beg. My salary as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was an aggregate of something like $2,000 a month. We had housing and we had the car. But in terms of monthly salary, the net salary, I mean, if I earned millions, would my children have had the need to be taken out of school at some point because we could no longer pay the private school tuition, and we had to take them to a mission school in Ogbomoso while I answered Honorable Minister? I don't know where that came from. I don't know. The cost of governance is high, and citizens must demand that cost be brought low. Because until structurally the resources that go toward productive investment increase in quantum, we are not going to lift any people out of poverty. If our budget all goes toward consumption by some 2-point-something million people in public service, what then is attributable for the good of the larger population? So when Henry Okenwa stepped out and said to me, what did you earn? I saw a new Nigeria in him. Do you know why? Because the new Nigerian will be irreverent